welcome back to the Emberpelts, and you will see in front of us that I have set up the final layers of the Tesseract. Last time we got it set up running with the two or three levels that we have built already, and I have set up the final layers, and I've put in a bunch of bridges over the top so that they should be able to get to and build all of it from above. Prioritization wise, I have deprioritized as much of it as I could easily do, so that when I am trying to get other things done, I've put in all of the wheels, all of the power connections apart from the connections to the outside world. And basically that means that in theory we can leave them to do this while we do other things, and that's what I want to do. So this is basically going to be an in the background job, and you'll see different bits of this they'll be able to access from the start more easily, and it'll change as they go through. So last time we got this running and generating power. It's generating more power than we are currently using. There are a few things we need to do. We need to check that our new mechanical fluid pumps are all set to bad water. One of them wasn't. It's a while till we're going to get any kind of water, but yeah. I think I possibly had some of these incorrectly set. So let's get in here and double check that, which is going to be a little bit of a faff, I think. So we'll do the top layer. So we've got heads, chassis, limbs, and then the next layer down is limbs, chassis, heads. So I think that's okay. Or was it these ones that I didn't reset correctly? Chassis, heads, yeah. No, I think that's okay. Or was it the storages that that was it. I didn't prioritize. Yeah, that was the one. I didn't prioritize the chassis, the limbs. Yeah, there we go. So the idea is, if you didn't catch the last video, these generate bot parts to send out to the existing bot builders, and then we extended the land down here. The intent being that this area can then work on, get rid of that now because that land's all been built. What I want to use this for, although currently we have a deficit of bots in this district, so not the best idea. Maybe once we have a bit more of an excess of bots, if we ever get to that point, the goal is to work towards the Wonder of Fire, which we need a lot more of all of the components, and so we need to have the infrastructure to build those. But while these guys are working on this, there are a few things that we do need to be doing. If we get this back up, so we don't really have, so we have a path to there. We're probably going to have to come the long way to get that, or we drop down, back up, because essentially we want to get over here. We're going to go into dev mode, because so that's a strength 3, that's a strength 2. That's a strength 3, that's a strength 3. So let's go back out of dev mode. So we want to basically bosh, Gosh. This one we're not worried about because it was the strength 2 one. I'm just going to put that next to it to remind me that that's one we don't want to deal with. Essentially, we want to try and link this one into here. That's kind of our next project. So I think what we'll do is we'll run the path over tunnels and zip lines and things. But we don't have those, so we do it this way. We'll do that. We'll put a 2 there. We'll put a 6 overhang out. And then a 6 long bridge. And actually that somehow works perfectly. There we go. And that gets us to there. And hopefully the prioritization will get them working on building that in that district. But while they work on that, over here, so these guys have got most of that built. So what we want to do now is allow them over here and throw in some path so that they can eventually build all of that. And we better put the piece of path. Let me select the path there, because otherwise there'll be the whole problem that I didn't connect it. So that can be going on. But what I want to do actually is look at well-being, because I think we can significantly improve well-being. So fire is one that we need to improve, which is kind of weird because they have rooftop terror. Now I guess the rooftop terror is actually not being very well met. So is there a relatively easy way we can improve that? Maybe we could come out here. Well-being. Let me get well-being. Thank you. Rooftop terrace there. Let me get another couple. Another one there. Well-being. Rooftop terrace. Path. Path. That's a couple more rooftop terraces. If I had put a ladder there, then we could go for some 3 wides there to. Then if we dynamite that out, we can hang some more off of the cliff there, and that'll give them kind of a cool view as well. These guys probably need more top terraces as well. So let's do we've got all the monuments there. That's kind of a pain. What I'm thinking is we do that. We then do that. And that. Well-being. Rooftop terrorite. And actually we might only get going to be sneaky here. I think we want to do a single, a double, no, we can do a double there. In a delete tool, delete. We do double, 2 by, 3 by, yep, and then put the ladder there, and then we can do rooftop terrace, and put paths there, and then well-being, decoration, put a brazier there. If they could get to that. Yep. Decoration. Brazier, because that hits a whole load of them. And then we'll do something similar here. Decoration. Brazier on corner there. And here. Decoration. Brazier. Yep. Who's getting wet fur? You seem stuck, maybe. Right. So hopefully that's gonna help with the fire requirement. I don't think we're making cornbread yet. Contemplation spots we could do with more of. And just generally more fun stuff. So what we could do is come down there. Down there. Well-being, contemplation spot. If that helps. Detailer. You could throw one there. I'll put one there because it'll do funny things, right? H. Overhang. U. And then some more 3 by overhangs. Path. Path. And then well-being. Top terrace. There we go. I think that's kind of cool. And maybe we come down here and we go double platforms like that. Double overhangs, well-being, detailer, 4, 5, 6, storage, tank, extract, obtain, So if you play the game, because I know some of you just watch, there is a template online so that when you put your stuff in for doing this, you actually make sure it fits on the tail properly, which I've attempted to do, but maybe not brilliantly. Scratches. Oh, well-being. Scratcher. 1, 2, 3 more scratches there. And actually, we could come along there. Well-being, scratcher. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, and we could also, that's 3, 5. Well-being, campfire, there, path. Well-being. Wondering if we can hang an exercise plaza out here as well. And if we go to this one, these guys need a lot of stuff as well. Okay. Oh, we've got bots out of fuel. Is this district out of bot fuel? No. You're doing weird phasing stuff. But there's fuel right... No, there's not fuel right there. There's fuel there. Now, knowing that out of fuel bots, that's kind of weird. End up at the district center. Let's build them a tank next to it. But that's kind of weird. Anyway. Let's come over here. Well, we didn't put in the path. There we go. So you can see they're starting to build this still, and that's why I put in all of the paths and stuff, because it lets them build everything, all of the power connections the lot are in. So right, and then what we'll do first over here is we will enable them getting in to build the domes. Yes, we could build this one from this side, but everything's got to end up here, so we might as well do it from there. Yeah, let's do that. We'll keep those guys slowly working away. I'm just going to save and reload to see if it fixes that weird phasing thing. That seems to have sorted it. They've stopped phasing through the district centre, and hopefully will go sort themselves out now. So that's good. Right, I should have done that earlier. Where were we? We were over trying to get this going, which should start to happen, and hopefully once those bots are sorted, that should start to happen. And things will get better once they've refueled. Yeah. How are our bot parts looking now? They are looking a bit better. I'm pondering, actually really, whether we throw in... There's a few things we probably need. Gear numbers have improved quite a lot, actually, considering that we are hammering building, and actually the planks have really... The planks have tanked. Stretching that one, aren't I? Really stretching that one. What I think we need to do, we're not harvesting all of this canola anyway. I'm going to delete probably that bit, I think. We're gonna come here. You can still get to that, so that's fine. We're going to put in what I should have put in the first place, which is a key junction. Just a reminder, we're on update 6 still, so we've still got the old power connection things we work with, because our log supply is pretty good here, but it does look like we should think about a few things. And we've got quite a lot of space now with this reclaimed land, so I think it wouldn't hurt to, one, bring power over here. Let's just double check. Yep, we're gonna, because I think the power has to go in the middle. Just gonna jink it across like that. Yeah, and then we're gonna have another bot assembler, because we can probably build some more bots now. And I'm going to remove a few more bits of canola like that. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 2 plank productions there, and then we're going to bring power underneath there. We're going to have an industrial pile there for logs set to obtain. We're going to have some small storages, 1, 2, 3. They are going to be for limbs, heads, and chassis, and those can be obtained to bring the bits over to the assemblers. Let's... made it. Really thought I was going to get one of the bots then, but we managed not to. Let's get that built. And then we're going to put in power transfer there. We're going to have another plank production. Then we're going to have 2 more gear productions like that. Just to try and help with all of the gears and planks that we're using at the moment. We're going to be prioritized by haulers. And that should be good. Right, let's go back over here. They're still working on reclaiming that land. So this district now has a well-being of 45 still. We have some broken teeth. So I'm assuming that's over near where we're doing woodwork. So let's throw in another tooth grindstone. Not got dirt in this district. We have. Okay. Guess they just not got to that yet. Or is there an issue? No, they just not got to it yet. Okay. Fair enough. I know one of you did explain to me how these work, but I read it when I was out running and I didn't pay enough attention. I apologize. So the exercise plaza is another 5 by, isn't it? So we would get path in there. 5 by 5? Yeah. So we need to come out. Now if we just went straight 5 by overhangs. Then we'd need to come down another one there. We'd need to put a platform there. Come on. Come on. Oh. That wasn't happy. That was not happy. Right, I'm going to go look into this district. And what do we need to do over here? Lots. Contemplation spots and dance halls are needed. Right. I wonder if there is a way that's not too janky. Notice I said too janky. It will still be a little bit janky. I'm just going to pause it a second, actually. No, I think we're definitely going to have to go higher than that. Yep. Too high enough? Yes. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come here and then through here. And we're going to, no, we can't do that. Why can't we? What's blocking us there? Okay. So, even higher. I don't know if you're one of those people. I tend to have a lot of songs playing in my head. You guys probably have noticed some. I haven't in a little while because we haven't had the need for time lapses in a bit, but I do like using songs in my videos. Actually, do we go lower? Because I think we could kick out that way too as well. Bear with me. Hadn't planned to build this. As you know, there is often very little planning in what I do. Yes, I know it's quite evident with what I build that there is very little planning in what I do. But every so often when I say something, a song will jump into my head. And yeah. It's sometimes frustrating that I quite often can't use them in videos because even though I pay for several music services, yes, you have to pay to use copyrighted music in YouTube videos. Not all of them are available, and that's sometimes quite frustrating, particularly as some of the artists that I've recently started listening to are definitely not, because they're independent and so they're not on a label, so the companies that I use don't have deals with those labels. Right. Yeah, we need to put quite a lot of the bigger things up here. So, dance hall. Actually, if I do that, then we can put some one buys down there. If I do that, can I get power into the carousel? We can certainly try, and I'm going to enjoy offending some of you if it's super janky. Actually, if we swap them around and we do the carousel, we could do with a bit more overhang, couldn't we? If we do the carousel there, yes, it's a bit annoying that it's staggered. And the exercise plaza there, not as efficient. But I think it'll be easier to bring power up into. Do I? No, I don't actually. Put that back there. Carousel. Or do we put the carousel? Oh, it's super annoying that I can't get one there. Do I make those 5 buys and put it there? Yeah, let's do that. As I said, I don't plan this stuff. And then I think we can bring power up from here. So let's get rid of that. Technically, we don't need that anymore, actually. Because we are generating a whole whack ton of power anyway. Let's come in and get rid of that tree. And then I think what we can do is here. Yep. And bring power straight up the backside in there. So we'll pause that so that we can get that built. Pathwise. Pathwise, what do we need to do? We can come straight down there. I think maybe we come across there. This district is lacking in scratchers and contemplation, basically everything. So let's go scratcher, miss one, scratcher. We could get up to there with a bit of platforming. So there, and then we do completion spots there and there. Get those bits of path in, and then we've got a spot there. Actually, let's put detailers in there. Yeah, I know we're wasting a little bit, but here's what it is. And then decoration, we'll put fire. What has a big-ish area of effect? If we put a beaver bust there, we can put fire there and a beaver statue there. Cool. And I'm going to deprioritize the rain building so that they get on with the other stuff. And then we can come back here. Let's blow that up. And then we need to put in a 3 by. And go back to the 5 bys. And we're going to put an exercise plaza there. Path like that. I find it really weird that it says they can't get the dirt, but we have dirt. Oh, we really genuinely don't in this district. Okay. Are we not importing dirt? Come on, game. No. Okay. Manage district. Dirt. Import. Force import. Okay. That will resolve that issue. Jobs are good. Right. I'll get that done, and hopefully that'll push the well-being up some more. And then what I'm thinking is, do we really not have a bakery? We do not have a bakery that's making cornbread. Maybe once this is built and this stuff, we can do a bakery to make cornbread. I would kind of like to get this raised well-being complex done because I think it'll be kind of cool. Another raised well-being complex, because we've already got one. So yeah. Right, let's go look over here. They're making progress with that stuff. They're making progress with that stuff. Like we need. Actually, they've got most of that built. So what I want to do then is start thinking about linking these up. So this one is on level 10. This one is on level 9. So basically we need to cut a channel through. And how do I want to do that? It probably makes sense to run it in a relatively straight line. It is going to need to be closed in because we want it to be sealed, because it's got to be sealed to push the bad water up. I guess really, and we want to avoid this one. Yeah, we want to avoid you. You're just going to stay closed off. So we probably want to avoid the mine. Let's just pick somewhere. The more we procrastinate, the longer it will take me to actually do it. Now that probably wasn't the place to pick, so we're going to move it across one. Just because it steps up there. So let's move it across one. And we'll do that. We'll do that. No. Oh, yeah. Noob. Because you need to be double and you need to be triple dynamite. So let's go there. And then let's come here. So you'll be triple dynamite. And then we'll come along here a bit. Might as well come to there. We might as well come through there. That needs to have been triple dynamite. Landscaping dynamite. So you can go. I've just put the same back in, haven't I? It is almost time to stop, I believe. Landscaping, triple dynamite. There we go. Double dynamite. There. Come a little bit further. There. And then we'll square up and come up here. Here. And to here. And then single dynamite to there. And then we'll let that one raise up. That was the one. And we're going to need to put one over that as well, aren't we? No, we're going to need to cap over them all. Hopefully there was some super slick editing there. I just had to stop for a little while. So that's going to be on our channel to link up the two water sources that I want to, or two bad water sources that I want to grab. And we're going to need a path, obviously. Let's turn off dev controls. Going to need to cross the streams at some point. Doesn't matter. It's not going to blow ourselves up in the process. There we go. Just go back down there. We're going to need to go not like that. You noob. Theirs have to go up a slope. There we go. Let's delete the random set that we built, although some of you really like it when I leave random things spread across the map. And let's do that. No, that's not going to work. Let's do that. And then at the same time, we can do that. Save ourselves building a set of stairs. And that. And that. And yes. There. 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 No. There. Yeah, we will put the dome over both of them. I think they were both strength 3, weren't they? Let's just double check before we do any building. 3 and 3, yeah. So we can grab either one of those. Probably end up grabbing the closest one. And I do realise that the bots are going to be going a really long way to build all of that, and that's absolutely fine. I have no sympathy for them whatsoever. I do have a little bit. I do have a little bit of sympathy for them. So what we'll do is we'll do that and that. That. We'll make that explosives. That extract. That fuel. We'll prioritize building those. And we'll make them obtains as well. There we go. That should help a little bit. And what I want to do is essentially work from the far end back. So we'll grab our water source and work this way towards this, is my intent. We actually need to have the game running. Yeah, they are making progress on that, which is cool. That's cool. They're making progress on that, which is also cool. In fact, some of that is already up and running by the looks of it. So that's really good. If we come over here, that's connected and up and running. It's just the middle of the working day. That's done. So hopefully well-being will continue, morale will continue to improve. You know the whole story, yada yada, beatings, etc, etc. I literally didn't I? I deleted the piece of dynamite instead of detonating it because I'm a dummy. Let's put in that. Let's set that to be deleted. Let's prioritize all of those so we can get that to happen. Come on, game. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. We are getting towards the end of this save. So I want to wrap this one up around the time that Update 7 releases. I do not intend to port this across. Do I need to go down the level? I do. Okay. One more round of dynamite, folks. We will get that tree out of there. And that's almost in, so we can then build the carousel. They're getting built. I'll set those to be the correct tramp stamp. Pretty much done. That's sorted. So let's put another ladder there. Let's prioritize building that. That's in, so we can now unpause that guy. The carousel built. We've got many spare bots now, which is good. So we can start to think about actually I could put the clay pit and the kiln there. So you will be for bricks. The recipe for bricks is we've got logs there, so that's fine. The clay pit uses water, so let's put in a storage tank for water. We'll probably want some storages for make you be for clay and then I think bricks. Yep, so let's put in a large storage there. You can be for bricks, because I think the Wonder uses, yeah, 1500. So that'll be most of the bricks that we need. Let's start that process. Planks and gears are very low, obviously, because we're building lots of stuff that needs planks and gears. We could come along the back here and do another set of plank and gear production buildings. And let's just do that really neat path like that. That does mean, oh no, they're already all boxed. Awesome. So that'll help out with that. Hopefully power grid is fine. We've got 50 days left of this very long drought. Let's speed up the game a little bit, see if we can manage that. Yep. This is done. I was kind of hoping we would see well-being going up, but we don't seem to be seeing that, which is a little bit frustrating. But oh well. Right, let's come in here. Let's delete these now, and we can put some dirt in here. I'm not sure why I didn't tidy this up before. Maybe we just didn't have access to the technology as we were building some of this stuff. Yep, that'll be good. Obviously, getting these covered up eventually will be really good. Cool. Let's make sure that one's prioritized by haulers at least, because these have been filled anyway. Just because we can. Oh, I missed one. There. And have they somehow built all of those without a staircase? Ah, because there was a natural staircase there. Okay. Fair enough. So we'll chop you out. Yeah. If I put triple dynamite there, I have. That should be double dynamite. Well spotted. Well done, you. Good job. You get a cookie. Landscaping, double dynamite. I do like that they are at least visually different. And you can therefore at least see when you mess up stuff like that. There we go. And then we can put back... Oh no, I didn't manage to delete any paths with that. Awesome. I guess our plank shortage is causing us some issues, but we'll get there. We'll get there. That's being constructed, as you can see. But is going to take quite a while. So I think maybe what I'll try and do between videos, because I do need to stop now, is we'll get the rest of this place, we'll get these two built. And yeah, we'll get that done. Awesome. This is running now, which is good. Our new gear and plank productions are running, which will help a little bit. We are battering the trees. We've got a decent number of logs stored, so we might just need to be shifting them out. So that's okay. Performance is starting to suffer a little, but I kind of expected that with what we're building. And the fact we've bred quite a lot. So yeah, was to be expected. Triple. Oh, I put double dynamite there and it should be triple dynamite. So many mistakes. So many mistakes. Which is a good indicator that I should stop. Yes. 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 Triple dynamite, please. Thank you. So they'll correct all of my screw-ups because the beavers are good like that. And we're going to have to build this up a few levels. Not a lot, but anyway. Going to call it a day for now. And I will see you all next time. Bye for now.